Yo, what is happening? Oh man, sorry for breathing that hard into the mic through my nose like that. I apologize, everybody. Thank you for tuning in whenever you decide to tune in. This is, of course, Where's My Finish Line? And it's Monday. I've been meaning to do this topic, I think, since week 2 of this. I actually have an entire list of topics I wanted to cover. I got deadlocked here talking too much about myself, and I apologize. That's very narcissistic of me. But I kind of and I had a topic here that originally was, have I burned bridges? And I won't lie to you all. I was going to talk about some of my fascinating and maybe not so stellar moments in the wild world of radio. And I might even threaten a couple lives on the first time I was going to do this topic, but that doesn't seem like the right thing to do, at least not today. So we're not going to do it. You know, that's Kristen in the background. She's my live studio audience. She's amazing. She's wonderful. She runs shit in Nashville, by the way. I hope you guys are prepared to deal with that. Yeah, my girl runs shit, boy. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing about it. But but the topic for today: do you really burn bridges? And I want to do this topic because I remember, 2009 going to 2010, the running theme, and I forget, and it might have been PD's class. I can't remember. Maybe even Rich Rennick even put us on game about this, but they were always like, don't burn any bridges. Basically, don't burn bridges because you never know who people will become within the industry, right? So, specifically, we'll talk radio because I was in radio for 6 years. A person could be a promotions intern 1 year when you first meet them, and maybe 3 years could go by, and all of a sudden, they might be the general sales manager, and you might need some airtime, and they might give you a buffet of ass to kiss. That could happen. I've never seen this personally in my lifetime, but some people are saying that sometimes the custodial engineer, aka the janitor, could end up becoming the program director of a radio station. I've personally never seen that, partially because I've never seen a janitor at a radio station that I've ever worked for. And that's a problem in itself too. But the main thing here is to treat people with respect and be mindful and be kind and have diplomacy when dealing with people within the industry, because you never know who you're going to meet on the way up, and you never know who you're going to meet on the way down, or who's going to beat you to the top, and then you have to meet again, right? And I'm not saying that is wrong, because, hey, I just think that you should be a respectful human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've personally not treated someone a sort of way because of their title or their position or how much money they have or don't have. I think that's wrong. And I haven't I wasn't a poor kid, but I wasn't like, but I guess we qualify as like broke or just like making ends meet, check to check, lower middle class, whatever you want to call it. Like, I was like in that pocket. So yeah, I might have never had a pair of Jordans until I was like in my 30s, but I got the kamikazes, I got one starter coat out of the whole time, where like other kids might have like 3 or 4 or 5. I never had Super Nintendo, but I ended up getting the PlayStation, So I know what it's like to kind of like be on both ends of the spectrum of having and have not, So I've never really been in the mindset of, oh, I should, show this person this level of respect because they have this, and I should show this person a level of respect because they have that. That's just never been in my my makeup. And plus, my grandma didn't raise us like that. Like she didn't raise her children to be like that. And then so her children didn't raise us to be that way. So that was never a real thing for me specifically. But I'm starting to believe that ain't the real bridge that needs to be discussed, highlighted, or paid attention to. Because what I've also learned about being within the industry is that some people just don't like other people, and it doesn't matter how you treat them. Real quick story, and I'll leave every name out if I can. There was a very, very popular and important morning show host, right? And this morning show host was syndicated in one of the markets that I worked in. And the program director for that same market absolutely hated that personality, and the feeling was very mutual. So mutual to the fact that the first time that I had an interaction with that radio personality, he looked like he was going to steal on me. Like, it was like, hey, fuck all of y'all in this building. Sorry if you don't like cussing. And I was like, oh, wow. And I was actually like, oh, yo, that's homie. Like, I would like to meet him. And he didn't want to be there at all. But he did get the job done. He did what he was supposed to do. But that program director and that radio personality did not even get, like, they didn't even look down the hall to give each other the middle finger. So needless to say, that bridge is burned, right? But those guys were able to coexist, work, do what they both needed to do for the exact same station and have no interaction. Right. So think about me, fresh out of school, fresh off an internship, learning about how you shouldn't burn bridges and how you should treat people like this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm literally watching two people that hate each other get their job done and keep it moving. And now eventually that program director will be gone, and then all of a sudden that radio personality was really nice to everybody. He was super nice to everybody. Like, I even got a picture of him. He smiled and everything. But it made me think. It was like, and you know what? And to my knowledge, I don't. Matter of fact, yeah, no. To my definite knowledge, that personality didn't have anything to do with that guy not being at the station anymore. That guy has some other problems. Has some other issues going that it was just time for him to go. And I think about situations like that, and I think about situations like my own, because it's at the front of my mind. I had another example, but I'll just use this one. A big part of the reason why I'm no longer in radio is because everybody that hired me ended up getting fired. I didn't have enough time to burn a bridge, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't have enough time. I mean, I was cooking up one. Like, I did have gasoline for a couple of them. Don't get me wrong. But it literally wasn't enough time. And then and sometimes, and you know what? People don't want to admit this, but so much is put into the emotion of, do I like this person? And that goes into getting or keeping a certain jobs or certain career paths. Because the work is the work. And that used to be my argument. Like in my last year, I was like, but the work is the work though. Am I not getting the work done? I don't want to hang out with y'all. I don't want to be around you all. You're not my friends. You did some fuck shit the day Whitney Houston died. And you are always trying to shit on me. So I didn't want to be around anybody. for to a certain degree. I don't want to be around anybody to a certain degree. And so I took the loner approach. I took the I'm gonna get my job done whether everybody helps me out or not. And I excelled in that. Now, granted, it's kind of like John Henry going against the machine. I did run out of gas. I did start breaking down there to the end, but then I kind of feel like I became more of a victim of circumstance more than anything, because when you one day you look up and then the last person that hired you as the GM is being replaced by some other dickhead, and like he automatically doesn't like you because of what he heard. That's horror stuff. That's slur stuff, because you're grown, you're an adult, you shouldn't even be moving like that. Like, I don't even want that bridge if it comes with that. Personally, I'm not saying that y'all have to be like that. I'm talking about me. So, that to me was like, did I really burn that bridge, or did the bridge never exist in the first place? Just something to think about. Because I think more people are a victim to the bridge being closed from the door than actually burn the bridge. See, it's not really cool or correct to say that you just don't like a person when you first see them and you first meet them and you first hear their voice. You know what I'm saying? Never existed. Yes. My man J Dub, what up? What up? Sam, what up? What up? F you, you did F. You're cool. F you. Yeah, and that's what happened, Sam. I promise to God, that's what happened. I think some bridges were never created, for people to even enter across. I've watched cliques form. I've watched boys clubs and girls networks, and these people will be my flunkies, so they can roll with me, or these people are so thirsty to get on and so thirsty to be seen that they're just gonna rock with whatever I do because right now I'm the plug. Like, I've seen a lot of that. And just me being a person with a spinal cord and testicles, I don't really see the need to be affiliated or associated in certain groups like that. But does that mean that a bridge has been burned? I don't personally think so. What's up? Yeah, so you gotta have a spinal cord and testicles out here to make it in this world, man. But I would love your insight on that as I now think about what I was going to say. So another aspect of burned bridges, why I don't think burned bridges exist, right? Again, I'm just going to leave names out. If you know, and if you're in the industry, you know these things. There are literal legends in the space of media and entertainment that have done some really foul things. And they were protected, or their accusations, allegations, situations concerning their conduct, their behavior, it's all been kind of like swept under the rug. Or they've been given a chance to pack up, move on, do something else, be someone else. And I ask myself this question when I look at different stories of different individuals in these spaces. Is that a bridge I want? Well, let's bring it to music real quick. Like, do you really want Robert Sylvester Kelly in your contact list right now? Do you want that? Like, would that be something that you like? Oh, yo, I can call Rob and we all good. Like, nah, like that wouldn't be something that you would want. But I want to flip this though, because what about pre-surviving R. Kelly doc? What if you had information and you knew right from wrong, and you knew, hey, that is jacked up? Do you keep that bridge to get on or stay on or just keep quiet? Because what does that say about you? Sometimes bridges need to be exploded because the people on the bridge are doing some effed up stuff. And we got to be mindful, not necessarily of burning bridges, in my view, but you want to make sure the bridge is even worth standing on and standing amongst these people. Like, because we're all gonna die one day. And your character will come to the forefront, like your legacy, like if you have children and if you have colleagues, and like your pets can't speak for you. You know what I'm saying? If you like dogs, your dog gonna die. And ain't nobody, like, your dog ain't gonna be able to, like, if you die before your dog ain't gonna get up at the podium or the pulpit or wherever you decide to have your service and talk about what a great human being you were and how you fed him and played catch and did stupid stuff, which is all them lick you in the face, stupid stuff like that. No. Gerald from accounting is gonna be like, hey, fuck Cam, because he did this to me one day. And he's always been that type of a person to me. And I've never liked Cam, and that's just what it is. And then, you know what? Maybe some people will agree. Maybe some people will disagree. Another thing that I learned about the aspect of these bridges and whether they burn or not, nobody is loved or hated by everybody. You'll never feel you 100% of the people that know a person that you know will not love them all or hate them all. I would go visit other markets with F this person right here. Like, ain't that like where your cerebellum is? Like right here. I would go and be like, F this person. And somebody be like, oh, you work with so-and-so. Oh, yeah, that's my people. It's like, ugh, that's your people. I don't want to hang with you anymore. But there's the love. But then an hour later, I meet somebody who's like, oh man, you got to deal with that, huh? Yeah, I didn't like it either. 50-50. Now we're 50-50. Now I'm the tiebreaker, and I'm on one side. So yeah, today, 66% of the people don't like this person, but tomorrow maybe 75% will. That's just the way life is. And I'm very cognizant of that. But it also made me very clear on how I need to just watch who I talk to about other people. And not even watch who I talk to about other people. Watch how I speak freely, whether I don't care or not. Watch how freely I speak to people that I know talk to people that I don't like. You know, it's not even an aspect of being two-faced or talking out the side of your neck or whatever. It's just like, no, like sometimes the best thing to do is just know who you're dealing with. Know the type of people that you're talking to and know who they talk to. Because some people are playing to being everybody's friend, and some people are really other people's friends. And they will tell. They will tell. Like if you are a person that if you a don't say nothing type of person, then you got a lot of problems. If you a don't say nothing type of person, you got a lot of problems. Your approach better be like, yeah, I said it and I'll stand on it. Because it is what it is. And because it will get back. So be prepared to stand on all of your words. All of them. J-Dub. Hey, I think I remember what I said right there, and I'm dead serious. Brennan, what up, sir? How are you? I see I'm going to have to watch the replay for context. Yes, please. Sammy, the bridge is over. The bridge is over. Bye. Yeah, it is. The bridge is over. These are just thoughts I have on bridges. You guys feel free to ask questions, comment. It's cool, man. I was just thinking about all of these things. And I'm glad I'm actually doing this this topic in this space right now because I have a very just clear conscience of the whole industry and the scope that it was in, that it's in, and that I was currently in. I don't I'm really at the point where I don't believe in burning bridges. I think that they are like, the bridges are just the bridges, you know. Uh some you'll cross, some you'll stop right at the end, some you'll throw a grenade on, man, and hope people is on it, man. Like, and I think it's just life, because what I've also seen in many industries is that if you're just really good at what you do, or if you're really great, that's going to make people mess with you regardless. You know, um, watching Boosie on the Breakfast Club this morning, it's the most hilarious thing ever. Like, he's there shouldn't be other rapper interviews for the rest of the year. After you hear Boosie speak on what he want to speak on, like, that's it, game over. Like, pick it up in 2022, right? And he said something that was so important that I don't think people really registered. He was like, I pay me, so you can't blackball me. And for all of you that may be wondering why he would say something like that, we live in a very sensitive time, and people are upset at how he feels about the potential, gay agenda, as he calls it, being pushed to kids, specifically kids. And he's very outspoken about it. And the Breakfast Club, they were asking him, has he lost, like, endorsements, money, relationships, partnerships? And he was like, no. He was like, one, I speak for a demo that want me to keep talking. He was like, I speak for them, and I'll be a 50-50 partner. Like, so basically he was like, I'm not a brand ambassador in my deals. People don't cut me a check and I endorse something. He didn't say it in this much detail, but he was saying that, I pay me. Like, when you do a deal with Boosie, you deal with Boosie. Like, I don't, basically, like, I'm not the guy holding the Sprite. I bought the can. It's basically how he was coming at it. He's like, so I haven't lost any money. And he was even saying that last year during the pandemic, he said he made more outside money than he made music money. And he had nothing but idle time. Now, this is somebody that got kicked off of Instagram. And he's still saying that he made way more money with his views, with his opinions on last year without music than he did with it. And it was intriguing to me because, people automatically assume that, your opinion has to be in line with whatever this social media majority or social media society says it should be. And he said something that I've actually been thinking about the last couple of weeks. And he said, this internet hate ain't real. He said, gay people love me in real life. He said, I got gay fans. Like, nobody has a problem with what I'm saying. Like, these people that just don't like me anyway are the people that y'all hearing from. Like, he's like, no, I'm not being canceled. Like, they trying to censor me, and I'm gonna say what I want to say, but they're not like, he was like, but they, like, I'm not hated like that. And he's like, and I don't hate them. He was like, and then he was saying that, one of his assistants is gay. And he said straight people steal more than gay people. It was funny. That's another paraphrase, by the way. Just go watch the Boosie interview. This is not an ad. I just like, if I see good content, good entertainment, I like to put people on the good content. Check out Boosie. When he's got a live mic, it's hilarious. And he has a lot of views that I'm sure some people will not agree with, or some people will I think take too sensitively. And I think that's a big problem in this era too. Like sometimes people just don't like the way you say what you say and how you stand on what you say. And I think that's kind of what his problem is. And there was I think it's a transgender male that was on the show with them today, and they had a conversation. And that person is also a big Boosie fan, and they were not offended by anything that he said, and they were actually laughing at some of his takes and responses. So it was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting to see. Sam, not all bridges are built the same. Some are the Golden Gate. Some are like the ones in Temple of Doom. Some just burn easier because it wasn't strong to begin with and was just hobbled together out of social necessity. I completely agree. Brendan says, you mean like Kevin Samuels? Yeah. Yeah. I do not want to get on Kevin Samuels. But yeah, a lot of people don't like what he has to say. Krista blames him for fat shaming. She says he chronically fat shames. Brendan, what do you think about that? Do you think Kevin Samuels fat shames? I've been meaning to bring that question to the live, and I've wanted Chris to be in the room. I don't want her to miss it ever. So if you guys think that Kevin Samuels fat shames, I would love to hear it. 26 minutes and some change in, man. Where's my finish line? Do you really burn bridges? Do burn bridges really exist? I want to hear from you all now. I didn't write any new jewelry, and I'm sorry, but we will bring some joints out. I believe he shames all equally. Yes. Hey, me too. Everybody can't get it when it comes to him. Yeah, everybody can get it when it comes to him. Yes, they can. And I know the content with the women goes viral, but man, do he go in on these lame ass dudes though. Like he goes stupid hard, and it don't never go viral. It don't never be a conversation about how hard he go on men. And he cuss at them. He be cussing them out. He be cussing them out. He be talking about their penis size. He be like, you live in your mama's basement. Like, what kind of money do you make? I was making that in the 70s. Like, he be going stupid hard, but it don't never get highlighted like that. But it is what it is. Where's my finish line? I appreciate you guys tuning in, giving your feedback on this. Do burn bridges really exist? Do you really burn bridges? I'm gonna say no, man. I don't believe in it. And the final reason why I don't believe in it, because every industry is power driven. It's all power driven, and whether your power is position or it's paper, you can equal it out. It will all even out for you in the end. You know what I'm saying? Dre, what up, sir? I listen for entertainment and respect the truth he tells. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's super entertaining. I ain't watched them in about a week or two, but it'd be super entertaining. I watched the million subscriber episode. It was pretty funny. Versatile, what's up? Shout out to the Enigma Versatile. He's here. And excuse me. Yes, position or paper. Because if you are willing to put in the work, and if you are willing to just be flexible, versatile, and make some allies, I think that you can is the right word circumvent? I'll say avoid, because I know avoid means what I'm trying to say. You can avoid like potentially like being blackballed or being outcasted, or and you can not have to worry about burning bridges, because that's what I've always seen. That's what I've always seen. It doesn't matter the industry, the job, whatever. You're either going to be really great or really powerful. We hear all the time people hated Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan won championships. People hated Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant won championships. I don't like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather cannot be hit 100 times in 60 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. I don't like to say it, but it is what it is, man. I mean, you just have to me, you just have to focus on yourself. Some bridges are just stacked milk crates. Hey. Anything like the Hood Olympics this week. Whenever I see the Hood Olympic videos, I think about when Raekwon said, "Junkies win awards in my tournaments." I just just think of that line every time. Rich Black, Raekwon and Nas, phenomenal song. When I hear it during my workout, I repeat it and do an extra set. I love that song. But where was I? Where's my finish line? Bridges, power. How to avoid these bridges burning and what have you. Yeah, man. Listen, you just have to. I just think you have to turn your aura inward. You know what I mean? Because what I've learned, when I thought I was going to get fired, when I really thought I was going to lose my job, like the very first time, and it was not. Well, maybe it's the second time because I threatened to beat someone up and wait on their car for them, and that got me written up. I think that one got me written up. No. I threatened to punch him in the fucking face verbatim, and then that got me written up. I'm sorry. So like the third time I thought I was going to lose my job, I made a pact with myself that, okay, Cam, I still want to do this, and I'm no longer going to play by their rules. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get really great at this in a very innovative way. Now, the caveat here is I had the job nobody wanted to do. So when I just made changes and I made rules, people just rock with it. And then I was able to basically build my own system and ecosystem, only allowing people that even felt that they wanted to do what I do or felt that they could learn from what I'm doing. And that bought me a lot of time. And I'm very happy to say that, the things that I did in that position still get used to this day. And nobody's held it down longer than me. I take pride in that. I hold value in that. Because that lets me know that it wasn't me. So fuck them bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I personally feel. That's how I personally feel about it. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, Brennan, I sometimes feel like the bridges you take that other people create lead to those sayings like, "I made you," or "If it wasn't for me, you would have never made it." Yeah. And you know what? Some people get off on that. And I don't like that either. I don't like that that backhanded support, backhanded looking out. Like, if you're not gonna look out because you think I'm capable and I'm able and you're just a good human, then just don't look out for me. I think I said that like on the first couple of episodes. Like, don't do something for me to let it be known that you did something for me. Do something for me because that's who you are. That's your makeup. That's your character. That's who you are. Because I already don't like to ask for things, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most I'll ever ask the average person for is water, because I love water. Like, "Yeah, you have any water?" But other than that, like, I won't be asking you for a lot of things. So, and then the minute that you flip it back to me like, "Yo, I'm the reason why you here," hey, we'll take it away right now. Because then we can fight. I won't feel bad for what I'm about to do to you. You know what I mean? I'm just not a fan of that. That's so trash. I don't like that per se, although I know some bridges are necessary. Yes. And you know what, Brennan? I do believe bridges are necessary, right? To really like bring it on home. I do think bridges are necessary, but I don't think that every bridge that we encounter in our life we are meant to cross. and I don't think every bridge is meant for our stories. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all living a story, and I don't believe that every person I've ever encountered was somebody that I definitely needed for the long term. Like, what's the saying? You're either in life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that and not burning bridges, to me right now, today on August 23rd, that can't coexist. And both of them can't be mutually exclusive. If that makes sense. Yes, totally garbage. Totally garbage. We don't yeah, man. Hey, look, man, don't be one of these suckers that's out here helping people just to say that you help people, man. You a lame, you a gump, you a dweeb, you a dork, you're a doofus, you're a clown, you're a coward, you a punk. You're a lot of words if you do that. I just wanted to get that out to you. Take it personal. Rest in peace, Guru, man. Yeah, it's a great Gang Starr song right there. All right, man. Yeah, you gotta bring back Gump in 2021, man. Where's my finish line? Oh, help because you believe. Period. Yes, exactly, Dre. Exactly. Well, gentlemen, if that is it, I do appreciate your time. It's time for a little jewelry here. We're gonna repeat the O's because I know, look, man, until we get the numbers where I think they should be, we can repeat some of these. You know what I'm saying? I think these are cool. I think we're gonna have a debate on one of I think it's one I used last week. We're not gonna use it this week. I'll get Krista on the show for that specifically. Let me see. So here's for I'm gonna check one more time in the comment thread here. Okay, I see nothing. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up, guys. So always remember, man, anything you want to do to a woman is heterosexual. Okay. When God gives you what's up?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want to do to a woman is heterosexual, man. Don't let anybody tell you different. And when God gives you a layup, don't shoot a free throw. Okay. And dirty car means dirty coochie. You guys have been phenomenal, man. Thank you so much. Where's my finish line? We will be back later this week. And it's always love.